Right now, live at 5, after an officer-involved shooting in Duluth, we're learning an investigation showed the officer's actions were not justified. Plus, in the midst of the holiday season, health officials say the coronavirus surge is only going to intensify. This as Moderna announced it's asking the FDA to give its vaccine emergency use authorization.
Being isolated at home can take a toll on your mental health, what Minnesota state leaders want you to be aware of.
And back in action, after months of no play, the Bulldogs are hitting the ice.
You're watching Live at 5 on Live Local CBS3.
Welcome to the CBS3 News Live at 5. Here's a live look at downtown Duluth on this Monday. We're learning more about the findings of an investigation prompted by an officer-involved shooting in Duluth in September. Good evening, I'm Kristen Bakke. Thanks for joining us. A Duluth police officer is facing 2 felony charges tonight. The St. Louis County attorneys filed those charges after the officer fired shots through a closed door earlier this year. CBS3's John Cardinelli is in downtown Duluth where the incident happened and has more on what the county attorney's office has to say.
Today, the St. Louis County's Attorney's Office released this criminal complaint saying that the officer-involved shooting that happened here at the Kingsley Heights apartment in early September was unlawful. And now, Duluth police officer Tyler Liebfried is facing 2 felony counts. The counts include intentional discharge of a firearm and reckless discharge of a firearm in a municipality. Officer Liebfried fired his gun into a closed door at the Kingsley Apartments while responding to reports of a domestic incident on September 12th. Liebfried claims he fired his gun because he heard gunshots coming from within the apartment. The bullets went through the door and struck 23-year-old Jared File of Duluth in the shoulder. File was never charged with anything. Based on the BCA's preliminary investigation, no one fired shots from inside the apartment and no firearms were found at the scene. According to St. Louis County Attorney Mark Rubin, Liebfried's conduct fails the objective reasonable officer standard, saying it was not objectively reasonable to use deadly force. The Duluth Police Department released a statement today saying they're conducting their own investigation. It's expected to take 7 to 10 days. Liebfried will remain on paid administrative leave pending the outcome of the administrative investigation. And if found guilty of those 2 felonies, he faces 4 years in prison and or $10,000 in fines.
All right, thanks, John. Meanwhile, 2 people were found dead at a home in Grand Lake Township this morning. Now state authorities are investigating. Friends and co-workers went to the home on Ellison Road around 8:30 this morning. They were worried after the 55-year-old man and 62-year-old woman did not show up for work. Their bodies were found inside the home. Tonight, the state's Bureau of Criminal Apprehension is on scene collecting evidence. The St. Louis County Sheriff's Office didn't say what led up to the deaths, but he added there's no threat to the public and they're not searching for any suspects. We'll continue to update you as we learn more. Construction on a contested pipeline in Minnesota can officially begin. Enbridge's Line 3 pipeline replacement project received its final permit from the state today. The MPCA granted the stormwater permit, clearing the last hurdle for the project. The decision gives the company the green light to begin construction on the $2.6 billion project. Several federal and state permits were approved last week. Replacement segments in Canada, North Dakota, and Wisconsin are already complete. Environmental and tribal groups are still fighting the project, saying it poses a threat to the environment. We'll have much more on this story, including reaction from both sides, tonight at 6. Meanwhile, today we learned Moderna will apply for U.S. and European emergency authorization for its COVID-19 vaccine after full results from a late-stage study showed it was 94.1% effective with no serious safety concerns. Moderna also reported that the vaccine's effectiveness rate was consistent across age, race, ethnicity, and gender demographics, as well as having a 100% success rate in preventing severe cases of a disease that has killed nearly 1.5 million people. The news of a vaccine comes as the number of Americans hospitalized with the coronavirus is at a record high. Elise Preston has the latest.
Los Angeles County is back under a stay-at-home order. Now, even private household gatherings with non-family members are banned for the next 3 weeks. Over the weekend, protesters gathered outside the home of the county's public health director. It's just one of many California counties with stricter restrictions.
If these trends continue, we're going to have to take much more dramatic, arguably drastic action.
In Rhode Island, hospitals reached capacity today. The state sent emergency alerts to residents' cell phones and began a 2-week stay-at-home order. Nationwide, more than 93,000 Americans were hospitalized for the virus on Sunday, the highest number ever. Health experts say this surge isn't even a result of Thanksgiving travel. That will come next.
We may see a surge upon a surge.
Here in New York City, Mayor Bill de Blasio announced elementary school children will head back to class next week. The COVID surge forced all schools to shut down earlier this month. Today, the infection rate is even higher. New York's governor explained COVID spread in schools remains low, but it is high in small social gatherings.
Don't create more COVID positive people and then expect other people to come to your rescue.
This couple tried to celebrate their 50th wedding anniversary in Hawaii, but didn't get a state-approved COVID test and didn't find out until they'd landed.
We had an armed guard the whole time we were there.
And a scuffle and arrest at the San Juan airport in Puerto Rico. The National Guard says a guardsman asked a traveler from the U.S. to put on a mask. The man refused and then attacked the guardsman.
A panel of experts established by the CDC is set to meet tomorrow to decide how the first shipments of approved vaccines will be distributed. The first doses are expected to be reserved for healthcare workers. State officials in Minnesota are worried about a potential COVID surge following the Thanksgiving holiday. During a briefing today, Governor Tim Walz and Health Commissioner Jan Malcolm said they expect to see an impact on hospitalizations in 2 to 4 weeks after holiday gatherings. This comes as more than 1,800 Minnesotans remain hospitalized with the virus, and metro hospitals are nearing capacity. Malcolm urged Minnesotans to refrain from gathering during this holiday season.
We now know that there is light at the end of this tunnel. We know that we can look forward to better days in 2021. But we want to get to that point as quickly and with as many of our fellow Minnesotans not only alive, but healthy as we can.
Even if a vaccine is approved and rolled out by the end of the year, Governor Walz says he believes it won't be widely distributed until March or April. Well, some changes are coming to the UMD hockey schedule. For more, we go to CBS3 Sports Director Kelly Hinseth. Kelly, what do you have for us?
Well, Kristen, as is everything in 2020, the schedule was surely subject to change, but really not by much. The UMD men's hockey team will just play sooner rather than later. Tomorrow, in fact, the team was originally scheduled to take the ice for their first puck drop in 8 months against Denver on Wednesday. But due to Colorado College needing to delay their season because of a positive COVID test result on their team, or multiple rather, the moves will cause UMD's first game to be against Omaha tomorrow.
You know, and I think when you talk to different coaches too across the country, you know, they're kind of envious about what we're doing. So, but I know just everyone's excited, and I think the concept is good, and there's been a lot of work done, and I know the players, when they get there, and the staffs will adhere to whatever we need to do because they just want to play. I think it's going to be a unique experience for everybody, and gotta give kudos to the people who have done a lot of work.
I haven't been counting down the days at all. Puck drop between the Bulldogs and the Mavericks is set for 3:35 p.m. tomorrow. Kristen, I'll send it back to you.
All right, thanks, Kelly. Well, Dave, we just heard Kelly say hockey. We're going to get to see some hockey soon, and it's some good weather for ice making.
Yeah, it finally is after a little bit of a warm spell last week. Now we're into a tiny bit of a cold snap. And after we shake off yesterday's little light snow chance, we did that this morning on the South Shore. Well, now that wall of high pressure is taking over the region. And the first thing the clear sky will do is drop our temperatures down. Hibbing, for example, tomorrow morning, or actually this morning, bottomed out around 8 degrees above zero. A similar range of temperatures like you see on the map now will be found again tomorrow as a clear sky allows for cooler conditions to come around our area. There's the wall of highs that should dominate us for the next week. In fact, I don't think we're going to see any snow chances till maybe next Tuesday, and even that's an iffy one. So this Tuesday should be clear to mostly sunny. Start the day at 13 here in the Twin Ports, finish around 30, which is pretty close to home, pretty close to normal. So our homes, how will the temperatures do for the rest of the week? We'll show you that 7-day in just a little bit more time.
All right, thanks, Dave. Still to come on Live at 5, a shelter clears out its kennels, and a new canine is looking for your help in finding a name. City by City is up next.
You're watching Live at 5 with Kristen Baki, Anthony Matt, and weather with meteorologist Dave Anderson on Live, Local, CBS3.
The Kelly Clarkson Show, right here.
Weekdays at 3 on CBS3.
Sharing smiles together is a gift. At Aspen Dental, it's easy to gift yourself the smile you deserve. New patients, get started with a comprehensive exam and full set of x-rays with no obligation. And if you don't have insurance, it's free. Plus, get 20% off your treatment plan. Enjoy flexible payment options and savings when it matters most. We're here to make your smile shine bright so you can start the new year feeling all right. Call 1-800-ASPEN-DENTAL 7 days a week or book today at aspendental.com.
What do you get when you add care from Essentia Health and coverage from UCare? Essentia Care, now available for a more affordable price. Essentia Care's Medicare Advantage plans have premiums that start at $0 per month in select counties. You'll be able to see your Essentia Health provider at our 15 hospitals and 71 clinics. Plus, Essentia Care plans allow you the freedom to see any provider who accepts Medicare. Compare and shop plans at ucare.org/EssentiaCare.
Their price, $30,000. Your price, $20. Can you tell the difference? Even expert jewelers have a difficult time distinguishing the diamond Z4 CZ from mined diamonds because of their similarity. This exquisite ring features a flawless simulated diamond center stone of 2 3/4 carats surrounded by over 1 1/4 carats of round and tapered flawless baguettes. One jewelry industry professional marveled at their beauty and brilliance.
It's exceedingly rare to see such flawless stones.
He's right. Comparable solitaires made of diamonds can cost up to $30,000. Your price through this special invitation will be only $20. And for a limited time, you can also receive this beautiful band with 1.92 carats of diamond Z4s. Get both CZ rings totaling over an astounding 6 carats for $20. So call or click now.
Call 1-800-577-5801 to get your Diamond Z4. Call now or go to diamondz4.com. So call 1-800-577-5801. Call now.
They're live, they're local. Watch the CBS3 News with Kristen Baki and Anthony Matt tonight at 6, right after the CBS Evening News at 5:30.
Welcome back to the CBS3 News Live at 5. Here's a live look from Spirit Mountain as we kick off this post-holiday week. Take a look at that moonlight there. Dave will be in with your full forecast in just a few minutes, but first, let's see what's happening around the region. A local police department is looking for your help in naming its newest canine officer. Plus, an Iron Range animal shelter has cleared the kennels. All that and more as we take you around the Northland, city by city. Well, just a heads up, if you plan to take advantage of Duluth's mild temperatures this week, the Lake Walk will be closed between 32nd and 36th Avenues East near Tisher Creek. That starts at 7 o'clock tomorrow morning and is expected to last through the end of the day on Wednesday. Crews will be fixing a bridge. The Superior Police Department has a new canine joining the force, and they're looking for your help in naming him. Officer Tyler Rood is the department's newest canine officer. Officer Rood's new canine partner is 11 months old and is coming all the way from Hungary. Officer Rood hasn't selected a name for the newest addition just yet, and while he does have a few in mind, he is looking for your suggestions. You can expect to see the pair cruising around come fall of next year. And finally, in Hibbing, some good news from the Range Regional Animal Rescue. This weekend, the shelter posted on its Facebook page that its dog kennels were completely empty. Folks at Range Regional wanted to thank everyone for sharing adoptable pets and for adopting them into a forever home. But they don't expect the kennels to remain empty for long. In fact, they're expecting more adoptable pets to come through their doors in the coming days and weeks. If there's something going on in your neighborhood that you think we should know about, send us an email and it might be featured as we go around the Northland city by city. Still to come on Live at 5, it's Cyber Monday, which means millions of people will be shopping online. What you need to know after the break.
Here's a live look at Virginia, where there's only a little bit of snow on the side of the road. And if you're a snow fan, I don't think any more is coming this week. Just a vague chance maybe next week we'll get a touch, and we'll touch on that 7-day forecast then in more details coming up after our break.
Northwest Outlet is #1 when it comes to kids' winter clothing from the North Face and Columbia. Shopping Northwest Outlet for kids is a pleasure because they carry everything to keep them warm and dry in sizes infant to extra large for youth. Jackets, winter coats, snow pants, bibs, mitts, gloves, hats, and smart wool socks, and winter boots from Kamek and Baffin and more. So keep the kids warm and dry this winter with the best from the North Face and Columbia. Shop Northwest Outlet, the children's winter clothing store. 1814 Belknap Superior. Happy holidays, everyone.
New Duluth Auto is the Duluth used car dealer. We have plenty of makes and models to choose from. Nissan, Honda, Toyota, and we even carry multiple options for our most popular vehicle, the Subaru Forester. Large cargo space, all-wheel drive, what's not to love? All of our vehicles are priced under $20,000. To make these deals even sweeter, there is a 1 to 5 year warranty included on all vehicles. Give us a call, stop by, or view our inventory online at newduluthauto.net. Because here at New Duluth Auto, we are your Duluth used car dealer.
Live, local, CBS3.
This year, more than ever, we are urging you to get your flu shot. During this pandemic, it seems there are so many things we can't do. Well, this is something we can do.
Flu shots are now widely available throughout our community, including at St. Luke's and Essentia.
It takes just a few moments, and getting a flu shot protects you and those around you.
Let's do everything we can to stay healthy.
Let's get our flu shots. On behalf of Essentia
and St. Luke's and our entire region, thank you.
Wolverine RMAX 1000 now at RJ Sport and Cycle.
A brand new season is here. And yes, I am in an eye patch. How much more, Kelly, can it get? Air hugs only, people.
You're the most beautiful pirate.
The Kelly Clarkson Show, weekdays at 3 on CBS3. Watch Jeopardy at 4:30, followed by CBS3 Live at 5 on Live, local, CBS3. Now, the CBS3 Duluth WeatherMax forecast with meteorologist Dave Anderson.
1 year ago today, we got that doozy of a blizzard. Here's a picture of my yard and all the snow that came across. There's an old Simplicity snowblower from 1982, broke down in the snowbank, shed a couple of parts, exploded like a grenade. That was just too much snow for it. Right there, that mound, that snow sculpture is a Farmall Cub tractor, so that gives you an indication on how high that snow is. Now, conversely, this week, we're not going to get any snow at all. High pressure is going to dominate our scene. And whatever little light snows folks got yesterday in Minnesota or the lake effect stuff for the South Shore, that's about it until perhaps next Tuesday. And even that's an iffy chance. We'll talk more about it after we take a look at these current conditions from the airport in Duluth. It's 19 degrees, 68% for the relative humidity, and we have a south wind going 5 miles per hour. 30.19 inches of mercury is the air pressure, equals 1,022 millibars. Both counts on the high side, and it should stay that way at least through next Monday. Current temperatures, well, thanks to the clear sky associated with these highs, we're going to see any heat of the day from the sunshine going back into space, and temperatures will drop once the sun sets. And so now we're down to the low 20s in the Upper Peninsula, and anywhere from 16 to 24 in northwestern Wisconsin. 17, for example, is the current temp in Superior. Upper teens towards Moose Lake and Willow River. Barnum, we have mid to upper teens. For most parts of the North Shore, though right by the lake in Grand Marais, it's a hair warmer. And then into the Iron Ranges border country, teens there as well. And low temps tomorrow could be dropping into the single digits, especially on the Mesabi range, and pretty close to it for the Vermilion border country, while the rest of the region's more towards the mid-teens, maybe even upper teens if you're closer to the lake. Well, the big news weather-wise for our country right now is this massive nor'easter that's bringing a lot of rain to the southeast and the potential for a lot of snow to the northeast. So there is a blizzard here today and tomorrow, perhaps, just not for our neck of the woods. We are dealing with the 3 Amigo high-pressure systems lined up across the middle part of the country to keep us on the sunny side, probably through the work week here, into the weekend, and next Monday as well. The wildest chance for a cloudy day we get around here might come around on Thursday with a partly sunny sky. Otherwise, as we change our highs, the highs will dominate the skies all the way until then. Maybe next Tuesday, this low-pressure system from the Pacific Northwest will finally struggle its way across the Rockies and come to our area. But it's right now at best a 20% chance. So let's fire up the forecast for the week ahead. And in Minnesota here, Chisholm's neck of the woods there where Kristen dwells could wake up to about 5. My neck of the woods, Ely, only 8. Then 10 to 18 for the rest of Minnesota. Clear sky. Clear sky and calm wind for Wisconsin, Michigan with lows there 10 to 15. Maybe 16 by the lake, right by the shore. Tomorrow in Wisconsin and Michigan, mostly sunny sky and highs from 30 to 35. Pretty close to normal. Minnesota high temps 29 to 33 with that mostly sunny sky. And now our extended forecast shows clear sky through Wednesday. There's that wild Thursday that dares to be only partly sunny. Then back towards the sunny side for Friday, Saturday. Another round of partial sunshine perhaps for Sunday. And then clear again on Monday. No big temperature swings this week. 30 to 35 for the highs and about 19 or 17, 19 to 25 for the lows.
I don't mind seeing all that sunshine on there. Thanks, Dave. The holiday shopping season is in full swing, and retailers are expecting a Cyber Monday like never before. Nancy Chen reports.
The packages never stop moving at this Amazon fulfillment center in New York.
This is one of our biggest times of year, and we really prepare all year long for the holiday season.
And this holiday season is set to be the biggest ever for online sales. Because of coronavirus, foot traffic at stores dropped 52% on Black Friday. But Adobe Analytics says internet shopping hit $9 billion, a 21% increase over 2019. Cyber Monday is expected to be a record, with sales hitting up to $12.7 billion. That would be a 35% jump from last year. And Americans are shopping more than ever on their phones. During the first 3 weeks of November, purchases made on smartphones jumped 49% compared to 2019. Adobe Analytics' Ryan Fleisch says retailers have been offering big holiday discounts since October, but he expects plenty of deals on Cyber Monday and beyond.
We're actually expecting electronics to be a category that you'll get the deepest savings on leading up to the days right before Christmas.
But shopping experts say people buying holiday gifts don't want to wait too long.
The reason being, number one, that item might not exist in a couple of weeks. Number two, you might experience shipping delays. And number three, there could be inventory issues.
Amazon says it is ready for the holidays. The company has hired hundreds of thousands of new workers this year and is confident deliveries will be on time.
Adobe Analytics says Americans spent $4.7 billion online on Small Business Saturday. And just a reminder, many local businesses are also participating in Cyber Monday. Still to come, the combination of winter months and a lingering pandemic have Minnesota lawmakers racking their brains on how to help those who need it. We'll hear what they plan to do after the break.
Medicare isn't everyone's favorite thing to shop for, but with UCare, it might be worth a browse because right now, UCare is offering a $0 premium plan statewide. And unlike original Medicare, you also get prescription drugs, doctor visits, dental, hearing, and glasses. Fire off any questions to a decomplicator today. Hey, it's what we're here for. UCare, people-powered health plans.
Toyotathon is on. Now's the time to get a great deal on Tacoma, RAV4, Camry, and more.
I'll take it.
I'll get this wrapped up for you. I wish I hadn't just unwrapped it.
Right now, during Toyotathon, you can get 0.9% APR financing for 60 months on a new 2021 Camry or 2021 RAV4.
Toyotathon is on. Come in today.
Toyota, let's go places.
Right now, millions of people and billions of devices are connected to the internet. Homes, businesses, hospitals, schools. The security and reliability of these connections are more important than ever. That's why at MediaCom, we've built a network to protect them. A network that sees threats, fixes problems before they occur, and keeps you going with 99.99% network reliability.
You work hard for your money and deserve to see it go the extra mile. Join us Wednesday mornings and hear from local experts on tips to better manage your finances in Eye on Money on Live Local CBS3. Brought to you by MPPL Financial.
We didn't want you to feel left out.
Taking the initiative. I like it.
You're a good friend, Calvin.
You're right. I am. I love you, Abishola. You're the best thing in my life.
We pursue the truth no matter where it leads us.
All right, let's get this show on the road.
Let's watch together tonight on CBS.
When you needed results, we gave them to you.
Well into election night as we await final results for national and state level election.
When you wanted accurate information in real time, we had it. Everything from the presidential election right down to your neighborhood. CBS3 was there.
What will you do to make sure those minors feel included if you are elected?
Live, local, CBS3, your station for campaign 2020.
How can you show appreciation and say thanks to our area retail workers? While all gifts are appreciated, here is what helps keep us safe. The greatest gift of all. First, don't shop if you're not feeling well. Stay home and ask friends or family to help you. Keep your trips to a minimum. Pick up 2 weeks of supplies at a time if possible. Wash your hands before you come in and wear a cloth face cover. You can use a mask or a bandana. If possible, keep those cute kids at home and don't touch things you don't plan on buying. Keep your cash in your piggy bank and pay with your debit or credit card. Finally, try not to touch your face and be sure to wash your hands when you get home. Thank you for your help in creating a safer community.
Watch Jeopardy at 4:30, followed by CBS3 Live at 5 on Live Local CBS3.
As Minnesota has entered a second shutdown and the winter season approaches, many will be stuck indoors and possibly alone. That could be a big problem for anyone, but especially those struggling with mental health issues. CBS3's Emma Quinn explains state leaders are hoping more resources will encourage people to get the help they need.
As more people are stuck at home, whether it's due to COVID-19 restrictions or the colder weather, your mental health might be suffering. And Minnesota state leaders want you to know that help is available. Lieutenant Governor Peggy Flanagan says this has been a long 9 months of the pandemic, and we're getting to an even harder part. With more shutdowns and colder weather forcing people to stay indoors, Flanagan says the state has resources available for Minnesotans, from mental health support to domestic violence help. Flanagan says the pandemic has shed a light on the stigma of mental health, and she hopes more conversations can be had in the future.
So maybe there have been people who've been impacted who haven't struggled before. And my hope is that, we'll come out on the other side of this together, but also maybe can have some more empathy for people in a way that we just didn't before.
The state's website includes resources like different hotline numbers, mobile apps, and programs people can look into. Other resources available on the state's website include housing and food support and help for older adults.
Twin Ports mental health experts also spoke with us about local resources available. We'll have more details on that coming up at 6. We'll be right back after the break.
CBS3 closed captioning is brought to you by Essentia Health Pharmacies, keeping things safe, simple, and convenient through mail, local delivery, drive-through, and curbside pickup services.
Station KBJR Television, Inc., an equal opportunity employer, is dedicated to providing broad outreach regarding job vacancies at the station. We seek the help of local organizations in referring qualified applicants to our station. Organizations that wish to receive our vacancy information should contact Caleb at KBJR Television, Inc. by calling 218-720-9600. If you are interested in launching your career in any of Quincy Media's 16 television markets, apply for our paid Quinternship program by visiting QuincyMediaCareers.com/Quinternships.
The holiday season is truly the most magical time of the year. It's the perfect time to appreciate Duluth's beautiful downtown waterfront district. Everything is a little different this year, but it has never been more important to support the local businesses you know and cherish. Enjoy the sights, safely browse local shops, and bring home tasty treats. This year, your gathering will be smaller and your visit shorter, but your loyalty and commitment make a big impact. The Greater Downtown Council invites you to celebrate the season.
Being isolated at home can take a toll on your mental health. What Minnesota state leaders want you to be aware of.
This morning, some towns cracked single digits. Are we going to do it again tomorrow morning? I'll talk about it
tonight at 6 on CBS3. Watch Jeopardy at 4:30, followed by CBS3 Live at 5 on Live Local CBS3.
What do you get when you add care from Essentia Health and coverage from UCare? Essentia Care, now available for a more affordable price. Essentia Care's Medicare Advantage plans have premiums that start at $0 per month in select counties. You'll be able to see your Essentia Health provider at our 15 hospitals and 71 clinics. Plus, Essentia Care plans allow you the freedom to see any provider who accepts Medicare. Compare and shop plans at ucare.org/EssentiaCare.
Men's Wardrobe by Mainstream Fashions for Men. The annual Gift Givers sale is going on now through December 31st. Mainstream, downtown Duluth.
Welcome back to the CBS3 News Live at 5. Here's a live look from Canal Park on this Monday evening. Let's do a quick recap of some of today's top stories, and we'll let you know what to watch out for at 6. A Duluth police officer is facing 2 felony charges after the St. Louis County Attorney's Office ruled today that an officer-involved shooting in downtown Duluth in mid-September was unjustified. According to St. Louis County Attorney Mark Rubin, Duluth police officer Tyler Liebfried's conduct fails the objective reasonable officer standard and that it was not a reasonable use of deadly force. His first court date has not yet been set. And tonight at 6, at this time last year, most of the Northland was digging out. 1 year ago today, the Thanksgiving blizzard dropped more than 2 feet of snow for some across the region. A year later, a lot of lessons have been learned from the storm that almost no one can forget. We'll have more on that coming up at 6. That's your news at 5. The CBS Evening News is up next. We'll see you right back here at 6.